Welcome to Roadrunner Predictions. Today we're heading to the Pac-12, where we have number 17 USC facing number 74 Colorado. I know if you were to log on to ESPN, you would not see a 17 in front of USC. I have them rated that because of the stats on paper say so. This is, according to teams, they do this. They're 17 in the country. It's everything I'm going to be providing you. Today's pick, I'm taking the over at 64.5, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to take that number. USC is 4-3, and they're heading to Colorado, and they're 3-4. Points per game for USC is 30.7 to Colorado averages 26.6. If you have that total, it's 57.3. Points against is 24 to 34.9 for Colorado. And you add that together, it's 58.9. It's a 7.2 difference, and the value is 5.6 on the points against. So you would gain points in the under. So why am I taking the over? Well, because ironically, every time the numbers come up, Trump been getting a better advantage of this margin, it's gone the other way. The Pelicans, that was my final straw. That was the second time in a row that I've had 6 to 7 points leverage on a game, and it just goes the other way. And I'm like, I don't get how they just know something. And I mean, both teams are really bad at holding teams in the red zone from preventing from scoring points. So maybe that has a lot to do with it. But I've seen worse teams at it that do that. Army and Miami, and you go over those games and they let the opponents score even more in the red zone. So I just don't know. But that's why I like the over for tonight at 64.5. USC is favored by 12. It's hard to take that margin, in my opinion, because yeah, they suck on the road this year, which I'll get into a bit. But they played way better opponents in doing so on the road. So I mean, I have them. They played BYU. They went in overtime and lost on the road. They played Washington, who's actually very good defense, and they're 17 here, but they're actually like 13 or 14 in the country. So Washington is even being downplayed. Number 9, Notre Dame. They lost by 3 points there. And then you're comparing BYU, Washington, and Notre Dame to Colorado at home. No, thank you. Not going to happen. Not for 12, at least. So, and like always, I like to read into the articles and the colleges' papers, and the weather's not going to be bad. I didn't find enough dirt to really lead me away for an advantage on that. The Colorado's just kind of wondering what's going on, and they're kind of hoping that the USC weakness of on the road will play into this game, but that doesn't seem like a prayer. They did say that they got beat up a bit against Arizona. They lost a few guys down, but Colorado's also lost a few guys down in their secondary, so I think that's why the over is also a good pinch. So USC is 13-0 against Colorado. They have 11 national championships. They have 37 conference championships and 6 Heisman. For Colorado, they have 1 national championship, 26 conference championships, and 1 Heisman as well. Against the spread, USC is 4-3. Buffalo is 3-4. I really don't like too much of the ATS stat, which is against the spread. I mean, to me, it is part of the number, so that's why I'm giving it. I might give it more often, but I usually don't really add it into my formula much. Maybe if you know an advantage of it or want to have an argument about it, I'd like to hear it. Leave me a comment and maybe help educate me on that if you would even. Yards of play for USC, we have 6.2 to Colorado 5.5. Colorado rushes the ball 51%, and passes 49%. USC rushes the ball 48% and passes 52%. Completion percentage is 71 for USC to 63 for Colorado. Third down conversion is 43 for USC, and it's 45% for the Buffalo. So they actually win that third down conversion by a slim margin, but the completion percent, I'd rather have it an 8-point difference in completion percent to have a 2 down percent on the third down conversion. USC is 4-0 at home, 8-0-3 on the road. USC is on the road is ranked number 43. Colorado at home is 72. So even though USC's lost these games on the road, but they've been able to hang closer to these tougher teams. So that's what puts them that ranking on the road. Because yeah, like I said, they're 0-3 on the road. So you seem like they should be one of the worst teams in the country. That's actually not the case. It goes the other way like that, just because they can hang close to the reasons I said above. USC plays conference very well. I mean, really, USC plays conference and non-conference really well, but they play conference pretty good. They've been a top dog for a long time. They're getting over some hiccups, and they're starting to turn around. When I first watched them week 1, I was like, man, they just suck. Then their quarterback got hurt, and then I'm like, oh man, I think they have to head to Stanford next week. Man, USC was getting blown out. I probably would have bet that game, but I forgot about it. And then I end up catching USC and Stanford playing like the second quarter, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's check in. And I'm like, what? Like USC's giving Stanford the business. I was just kind of shocked. So then I'm like, oh, maybe it was just the one-game hiccup. I don't know. And then they lose to BYU, and I'm like, yeah, see, that's kind of what I thought. But then they beat Utah. I'm like, all right, obviously they're pretty good. A little bit better than what I thought they were starting out the year. And Colorado, honestly, I thought was going to be a little bit better this year. They beat my team, Nebraska, at home. But really, I'm not shocked by that. I even told one of my buddies, that, yeah, I could see Colorado win that game. I mean, I could see Nebraska winning by 3. Really, I wasn't saying Colorado was going to win for sure, but I mean, you're just talking two previous Big 12 programs that are just getting, well, for better or worse, trampled in their new divisions. So, but Colorado, I thought would come out pretty strong this year. They have a couple NFL talents, I believe, and of course, everyone's talking about that wide receiver at Colorado for pro. So then, strength of schedule, we have USC number 8 and Colorado at 42. And that comes up with my conclusion of the over at 64.5 is because anytime I've had a good matchup going on the under by 6, 7, 8 points, it goes the other way. So I'm just gonna go against the grain of the points on average and the points against. So, well, thank you for watching. That concludes this video. Like I said, if anyone has a better opinion about that ATS stat, I'd like to hear it. So, thank you for watching.